Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra Solomon and this is my fragrance channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more fragrance videos with me. And please give me a like on this video. It keeps me going and it makes me happy every time. I wanted to share my current favorites with you, and these are the 7 fragrances that I have been using a lot lately. And I have noticed that there are 2 kinds of fragrances in my collection. There are those who I really enjoy and that I use for a while and then I kind of forget about them and don't use them for a while and then I get back to them. And there are fragrances in my collection that I always come back to many times a week. Those who are always around and always makes me feel great, and they are always an easy reach. I can just reach for them and know that if I put them on, I'm gonna smell great. So this list contains both of those kinds of fragrances. The ones that I use and forget about for a while and then use them again, and the ones I reach for many times every week. So I'm gonna start out with Carven L Absolu, and this is one that I bought this summer, and it was not love at first sniff, but now it's one of my favorites. This one is made by Francis Kurkdjian, and that's actually what made me buy it when I saw it on a web page. I had never heard about it before, but I wanted something from Francis Kurkdjian and the notes looked good, so I bought it. When I first smelled it, I didn't know what I thought of it. It was fresh, but at the same time it was musky and woody. The only thing I could figure out is that it didn't smell like anything that I had smelled before. So I had this one at home and I put it on when I was at home every once in a while and tried to get to know it. And then I put it on for going outside one day. And the feeling when I had it on outside was just amazing. It made me feel so good and I landed a compliment in the first hour of having it on. And I think that is the day I fell in love with this one. This makes me feel so good. I love wearing it. It makes me feel like I smell different from others, that I smell really good, and that I also smell luxurious, and that is a great feeling. This is woody, fresh, fruity, floral and powdery at the same time. It opens up fruity fresh with ylang ylang and Italian mandarin. Then you get a floral mix of jasmine, tuberose and iris, and I love all of those floral notes. And they lay on a beautiful base of labdanum and sandalwood. This is one that I never hear about, but it's one that I can really recommend to you. It smells so different. It smells so good. The woody notes together with that fruity floral side is just beautiful, so try it out. The next one is one of my signature scents, and it almost feels like it's a part of me. So I emptied my bottle and it took me a while to buy a new one because it's quite expensive and there are so many fragrances I want to buy to my collection. And the one is Casablanca Lily, which is a truly unique fragrance from Byredo. This smells like nothing else. It's the most beautiful fragrance I have ever smelled, and this is another one that I never hear anyone talk about, and that is so strange because this is honestly one of the best fragrances that you can find. I bought this the first time when I was going through some challenges in life, and yeah, life was really testing me to the max and I felt awful. But when I bought this, when I sprayed this on, it could change my mood in a second. I remember when I went to the store and bought this one, and I went back to the hotel room where I was staying at the moment. I opened the box up and the feeling was just so amazing. It was everything I needed at that moment. I just sprayed this on and it made me feel so much better. So even now when I smell this, I get thrown back to that moment, and it makes me grateful that I am in a much better place today. And that's the beauty of fragrances, that they can really connect you to memories, both good and bad. So Casablanca Lily is a sweet white floral with honey and palisander wood in the base. But the beauty in this one is that tuberose together with the carnation, some gardenia, and my favorite note, plum. This is like sweet deep, warm floral heaven. I almost don't have the words to describe this one, so you just have to try it for yourself. Hugo Boss The Scent Intense is the next one up, and this is also a fragrance that I didn't fall in love with straight away. My first impression of it was that it was kind of generic, like something I had smelled before, and it really didn't blow me away. I thought it smelled good, but nothing special. And then I put it on one morning, and that bright, fruity, elegant feeling I got from this, wow. It feels so soft and inviting, happy and fruity, so this has become one of my favorites to put on, especially when I'm at home. So I wear this all the time when I'm at home. I just love it, and my kids do too. So you can't go wrong with this. This is the kind of fragrance that everyone likes. Even those who maybe don't enjoy fragrances at all can't complain about this one because it's so discreet and so soft and inviting. It opens up with a prominent fruity peach and some honey. Then it dries down with osmanthus and cacao together with vanilla. So the fruity notes lays on a bed of something that smells like chocolate and vanilla, and that gives it some kind of gourmandy touch. So I would say that this is a perfect fragrance to buy as a gift for someone. It's so easy to like, it's soft, it's inviting, it's fruity, and it's just superb. So I absolutely love Because It's You from Emporio Armani. That is such a beautiful fragrance, and it always brings me compliments every time I use it. So I just had to buy the flankers to it, and one of them is In Love With You. I love cherry notes in fragrances, and In Love With You has one of the most amazing cherry notes, and this is it's so sweet, warm, floral, fruity in just the most perfect way. It opens up with a lovely cherry together with some raspberry and blackcurrant, so you have a fruity and berry sweet top and opening. Then you get the floral mix of jasmine, rose, and the green herbal note wormwood. So you can feel that there is something green in it, but just a hint. And in the base you find a soft patchouli. It's almost not noticeable. This fragrance is playful and fun. It's elegant and it's sexy, and it gives me so good vibes. This is a fragrance that I think most people will enjoy. Wear it casual going to the gym, or wear it dressed up going to a date. You will smell amazing. This is so versatile, it's so easy to use, and it works for almost any occasion. So if you like fruity, sweet, and fun fragrances that at the same time are mature and elegant, In Love With You is one I can really recommend. So I absolutely adore the Mon Guerlain line from Guerlain, and I bought my first Mon Guerlain EDP about 2 years ago, and since then I have added Sparkling Bouquet and Intense, and the latest one that I got as a gift for this Christmas is Mon Guerlain Sensuelle. So when I first started buying different Mon Guerlain fragrances, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought that they all smelled too similar. But the more I use them, I realize that the magic in this one lays in the dry down. So when you try out Mon Guerlain fragrances, you really have to wait for the dry down, because there is where you can feel the difference between all the flankers. So they all share the same DNA. They have some similarities, but they also have their own personalities. And you can really feel that in the dry down. So my two favorite Mon Guerlain fragrances is the one called Sparkling Bouquet and Sensuelle. So the notes in Mon Guerlain Sensuelle is the same as in the EDP, but instead they have added tonka beans instead of just coumarin. So when they use tonka beans, I think that the fragrance gets more of a caramel and toffee kind of vibe. So if you buy Mon Guerlain Sensuelle, you get the original Mon Guerlain, but you get it with a touch of toffee and caramel, and that makes it, to me, a little bit more sweet and sexy. The next one is Classique from Jean Paul Gaultier, and this is one that I always keep coming back to. I have had this in my collection for more than 20 years, and it is like I have grown up with this one. So to some this smells mature, but to me it smells sophisticated and elegant. This really stands out and you have to wear it with confidence. It's a sweet and powdery white floral fragrance. In the top you have a soft rose together with some star anise. There is also some freshness in the top that comes from mandarin and from bergamot, but I really think the opening in this one is about that rose together with the spicy star anise. So in the middle you find my favorite notes, and that is plum, iris and tuberose, and those are mixed up with some ginger, and ginger is said to be an aphrodisiac, and I don't know about that, but I do feel sexy wearing this. So the sweet and warm base in this one is about vanilla, amber, sandalwood, cinnamon and some musk. So this is an elegant fragrance, and I like to use most of my fragrances to any occasion, but I would not wear this to the gym. I prefer to put this on when going out, maybe going out with my friends. This is one that stands out even in a busy environment. So this is very strong and sharp in the opening, so if you are curious about this one and trying it out, please let it settle on your skin before you make up your mind. Miss Dior Eau de Parfum is one of the best releases of 2021. This is a sweet, fruity and powdery floral fragrance, and I just love it. The floral mix is perfection with iris, rose and peony, and the fruity mix as well with peach and apricot. The base is superb with a mix of vanilla, tonka beans, benzoin, sandalwood and musk. So this is elegant, it's sexy. I think this is a masterpiece. I bought this at a trip last year, and when I smell it I just immediately get thrown back to that place and longing to go back. So I haven't been impressed by the previous Miss Dior flankers or fragrances, but this one is so beautiful. The mix of that soft rose together with the sweet vanilla, it's just genius. This smells so good. It's so versatile, you can use it for any occasion and you will smell just amazing and you will feel amazing in it. Guys, that was my 7 current favorites. Tell me about your current favorite in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.